From Toledo's news leader, this is your First Alert weather forecast.
Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Kelly Heidbreder. Team coverage tonight because it is a first alert day. We are building up a lot of energy in this atmosphere with all of this humidity today. And of course, if you could see me here in Bowling Green, it's sunny skies. But look above the Stroh Center right now. The clouds are building as we speak. You can see the towering clouds. That's a storm system in there. A little farther west toward Defiance and even south of Lima, where we're getting some rain right now. We have Defender out on the prowl, and I want to show you on top of Defender, this little weather system on top is an anemometer showing you can see it spinning around, those little cups spinning around in the wind. It shows us our wind direction as well. These winds are about 18 to 26 miles per hour here in Bowling Green, and even as we've been standing here for the last few minutes, the winds have increased. We're still seeing a lot of humidity. The temperature right now about 90, or feels like it's about 92 degrees. That official temperature here is 87 degrees. And of course, we want to look at those skies. So right on top of Defender, I've got a great camera, and I want to point it straight up in the air and take a look at that. We're seeing some sunshine, some broken clouds, and of course, as we go farther to the south and to the west, that's where we're seeing some rain.
The rain's also approaching Bowling Green. We were just talking timing. In the next half hour, we have Kelly Heidbreder out there right now with Defender. And Kelly, the rain probably hasn't started just yet, but I bet it's starting to get pretty dark, right?
Yeah, you know what? I can start to see the beginnings of the storm coming our way. But yeah, we are in Defender. Take a look at the anemometer right on top. Man, it's going like crazy right now. We've seen it spinning so fast. You can see the fact that it slows and then it spins quickly shows you that the front is coming our way. Now, as you can see, the wind's blowing my hair back. This is what we call a gust front. We've got a front that's coming our way, and we do see rain clouds as well. So let's take a look. You're looking almost straight west to southwest from Bowling Green right now, and you can see those heavier showers, and of course those clouds that we saw, cumulus clouds, a little break in the clouds earlier with a little bit of sunshine. The clouds have completely engulfed all that sun, almost all of the sunshine right now, and you can see them towering. Look at off to the far distance. You can see even rain falling at this hour, and that's just west of Bowling Green, and of course Defiance and Lima getting some rain already. We can start to also feel one other thing. The temperature here, 87 degrees, very humid. It's feeling like it's 92 when you add that heat index, but every once in a while we start to feel just a cool shot of some cooler air, and that means another front trying to mesh together, and that means rain's on its way. Let's check in with Victoria to see how those roadways are doing. Hey, Victoria.
Look at this one between Findlay and Bowling Green on I-75, raining very heavy in North Baltimore. And speaking of Bowling Green, we've got our own Kelly Heidbreder live with Defender. You've been out there for the last hour. Kelly, talk to me about how things have changed since you got there.
You know, we were going to jump in the car, Ryan, and we were going to head south just to head right into the storm, but we stuck because we know it's coming right at us here in BG. So I'm right in front of Defender. Take a look over my shoulder. We've got the flags here, and of course, looking straight up on Defender, we've got a camera up there too. And I'll tell you, look at these clouds really start to thicken. When we first got here just about an hour ago, we did see some blue sky and some cumulus clouds, but now look at these clouds, thick and towering and even dark. Now we're looking south. That was looking straight up. Now we're looking south, and you can see the blue hue below. That's rain coming our way, of course, just south of Bowling Green. And look at this wind picking up. It's been about 20 to 25 mile per hour winds here in BG. And again, just a little bit cooler since the last time I saw you. That humidity going down just a bit. This storm, it's marching to Bowling Green. Ryan, back into you.
We want to get that live report right now from Central Wood County. Kelly Heidbreder live in Defender in probably the heaviest thunderstorm we have right now in Northwest Ohio. Now, Kelly, it's not technically severe, but it looked like it was raining awfully hard on that live shot.
Ryan, we drove right into the gust front, as you saw on live TV, in Defender, and we are riding right now into the rain. Let's take a look at that, and I'll show you the front of our Defender as we drive southbound. And again, as you've noticed, the gust front was very strong. The trees were whipping around. Now we just have heavy rain coming right at our windshield. You see the lights are on and the vehicles coming toward us. Of course, since the rain just started seconds ago, the winds have really picked up. Our Jeep is going a little bit sideways here and there as the winds are very strong right now. We had about 20 to 25 mile per hour winds when we were standing in Bowling Green, just maybe a few miles away from where we are right now. But look at the storm, of course, as we drive right into it. And again, those winds, about 25 miles per hour, and these heavy rains, we are in the thick of this big storm. And I'm telling you what, if you are out in the storm right now, make sure you try to get to some cover because the winds are getting heavier and so is the rain. Let's check in with Victoria on the traffic.
We want to take a live look inside of these storms. Right there where that blue marker is, that's where Defender is traveling north on 75 right near Perrysburg. Kelly Heidbreder live in Defender. You've been doing a great job of tracking this storm, Kelly. How has it been evolving? Because you've been right all around this the last 45 minutes.
Well, if you remember, we took Defender, we drove straight into the storm south of BG. So now we jumped on 75. We're going north. We're driving into the spot where you just showed moments ago, where it's a little drier. So let's take a look at that. Here we are, and we've basically driven right out of the rain, but look at the clouds. As we take the 475 curve toward Perrysburg, we're going to drive back into those rain showers. So I'm going to show you another view, basically from the side of our vehicle as well. And this shows you the southern system heading our way, Ryan. And this now we're heading right back into some rain. This is the edge of the storm. Defender, you can see cutting through all of it. Let's get back to a front view here so you can see what's going on. Rain hitting our windshield again as we head toward Maumee, Ann Arbor area, north on this 475, curving back to the north. And you can see Waterville getting heavy rain. It's just to the west of us. Let's look again just to the side. And you can see from our side camera there, the heavier shelf cloud that you were just mentioning moments ago. You know, the winds have been pretty strong as we've been out here, and like I said, before we were driving straight into the rain south of Bowling Green. We drove, it was flipped around, drove north on I-75. Now we're on 475, taking that curve and back into those rain showers. And again, they're starting to get heavier the farther west we go. When you get out on those roadways, definitely you're going to have to watch that because these winds, they're really rocking these higher profile vehicles. But everyone is slowing down in some areas. We are seeing a little bit of ponding on some of the roadways, especially in these heavier downpours, Ryan. Definitely got this WTOL weather app up and running for us here in Defender. Back to you. Hey there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Kelly Heidbreder. You're looking at a live shot right now from First Alert Defender out on those roadways. We're on I-75 northbound. Seconds ago, I promise you, right before we got on air, Paul Quapik was following those snowplows. Then they turned into the median and then went southbound. And you're seeing Paul in the left-hand lane of First Alert Defender heading toward the Michigan-Ohio border. And that's on I-75. You do see the snow-covered left-hand lane, so watch for that. And, of course, as you're switching lanes, can you switch lanes for me one more time, Paul? And you can see how as we get into the lanes that are a little bit more clear, you might have that little slide as you switch over from one. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Paul. Into the next lane. So be careful out there this morning, everybody. All right, let's take a look at the satellite and radar right where Paul is. He's on I-75 in First Alert Defender, heading northbound. You do see cloudy skies this morning. We've had some snow overnight, everyone, and that's what they've been clearing out all night long. And as we get into the wider view from our satellite and radar, I'm going to pull things out. You do see a few light snow bands off to the west of us. Our day ahead will be partly cloudy. Right now we have that temperature at 16. Our daytime high today about 20, but we do have those west winds around 16 miles per hour. To plan the next 4 days, so today that temperature 22 for our high. First alert days lined up for you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way to Friday. Look at these temperatures, Jenna. We go from 35 with a snow fight on Monday to a cold fight on Wednesday, that daytime high in the single digits below zero. Wind chills possibly up to 40 below as we get into Thursday morning. We'll check that out coming up in just a bit. We're tracking some snow on your Sunday morning. Hi there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Kelly Heidbreder, and we have First Alert Defender crawling around Monroe County. You can see here from our satellite. Let's take a live look at Defender right now. We're in Erie Township, and we do see Chief Photographer Paul Quapik behind the wheel. And we do see those snow-covered roadways and people trying to just get out and about there this morning. And also look at the car off to your right. If you step out the door this morning, you're definitely going to have to do some cleaning. I wiped mine off pretty easily, but as he's heading out on these rural areas, take a look at all of that snow. And again, he's in Monroe County right now, just in Erie Township. And you can see it's been hours before the snow plows have been down this road. He's able to maneuver pretty well, but if you can see some of those driveways off to the side. Some people have, if you're just heading out the door this morning, you might need to have somebody help you out of the driveway. So again, this is to the north of Toledo right now. In Toledo itself, we have just snow-covered roads for us that are just a little bit wet. And the areas I really want you to slow down on are those on-ramps, off-ramps, and the bridges, because those are very slippery this morning. Satellite and radar showing just a few bands of snow left over from that overnight hour, and you do see cloudy skies. We're going to send Paul Kwapik a little bit farther south as we get throughout your morning, too, to see those roads in Toledo. So watch for him coming up. 16 degrees for our temperature right now. Winds out of the west in the teens, and they'll stay about in the same general area throughout the day. And you wonder why? Well, we've got a lot of cloud cover overhead and those winds in the teens, so that'll keep that weather for us today pretty stable. And as you look at the week ahead, though, we've fired up 5 first alert days, Jenna, and I don't think we've ever had 5 in a row all in one week. And we have brutal weather coming our way, snow for the first day on Monday, and then those temperatures really start to plummet. We'll check all that out coming up in just a bit, Jenna. I wiped mine off pretty easily, but as he's heading out on these rural areas, take a look at all of that snow. And again, he's in Monroe County right now, just in Erie Township, and you can see it's been hours before the snow plows have been down this road. He's able to maneuver pretty well, but if you can see some of those driveways off to the side, some people have, if you're just heading out the door this morning, you might need to have somebody help you out of the driveway. So again, this is to the north of Toledo right now. In Toledo itself, we have just snow-covered roads for us that are just a little bit wet, and the areas I really want you to slow down on are those on-ramps, off-ramps, and the bridges, because those are very slippery this morning. Satellite and radar showing just a few bands of snow left over from that overnight hour, and you do see cloudy skies. We're going to send Paul Kwapik a little bit farther south as we get throughout your morning, too, to see those roads in Toledo. So watch for him coming up. 16 degrees for our temperature right now. Winds out of the west in the teens, and they'll stay about in the same general area throughout the day. And you wonder why? Well, we've got a lot of cloud cover overhead and those winds in the teens, so that'll keep that weather for us today pretty stable. And as you look at the week ahead, though, we've fired up 5 first alert days, Jenna, and I don't think we've ever had 5 in a row all in one week. And we have brutal weather coming our way, snow for the first day on Monday, and then those temperatures really start to plummet. We'll check all that out coming up in just a bit, Jenna. Good Sunday morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Kelly Heidbreder. We've got a warm day and a shot of some rain in the afternoon, so perfect day to get some of those spring gardening chores done today. We're literally going to be in the clear tomorrow, Danielle. We have had a messy day overall today. As you can see from downtown Toledo, we do have cloudy skies still with us tonight. Temperature just below 80 degrees, 79. We cranked it up to 87 for our high overall today. A very muggy day, and many areas getting a few sprinkles and then heavy downpours. And that cycle just continued throughout the day today. Right now we're at south winds at just 6 miles per hour as we get into our evening hours. Take a look at the satellite and radar. You can see light scattered showers and also a little bit of lightning packed into those scattered showers throughout most of northwest Ohio, pushing off eastward. We're not done with the rain yet, though, even into our evening hours. A line of showers you can see from all the way from Toledo heading west toward the Indiana border. This is a hot spot right now in Wauseon, packed with lightning. And of course, more rain totals will be coming our way as we get into the evening hours. Tonight, 66 degrees for our overnight low. Again, isolated showers still chugging along tonight because we do have a lot of that moisture still in the area, and we're lighting them up even as we get into the evening hours. As you get to tomorrow for our Sunday, that Memorial Day weekend, will start to get sunny and even more humid into your Sunday. 90 degrees for that high. Turn on that AC for Sunday. A nice sunny day with a bit of humidity, and we'll take that temperature even higher as we get into Memorial Day. Danielle? 7:41 on this Sunday, Mother's Day. Good morning, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And let's take a look at that at a Fifth Third Bank Cam downtown with lots of rain. And, of course, your WTOL weather app you're going to have on your phone all day long today. Take a look as we can see those rain showers stick with us even through the most part of your morning. By the time you get to 10 or 11 o'clock this morning, you're seeing mostly cloudy on that app. Temperatures in the low 50s, mid 50s by the time we get closer to noon. We won't warm it up for the daytime high until we get closer to 5 p.m. tonight. So let's take a look at the temperatures on the map right now. Just finally getting into the 50s for you in Tiffin, and as well as as Findlay, you've been hanging at 50 this morning. You're still pretty chilly in Lenawee this morning, 46 degrees outside your door, and Bryan at 48 degrees. Satellite and radar showing you these rain showers and thunderstorms that have just been slowly cruising across southeast Michigan and northwest Ohio while you've been sleeping. Matter of fact, when I got up this morning at 2:30 and headed into Toledo around 3:30 this morning, I was just dragging these showers along with me, and you can see now they're firing up. Let's zoom in a little bit closer to some areas. You can see near Paulding, this area packed with lightning and thunder right now. That'll slowly start to move south of Defiance near Holgate and Palmer, getting some rain right now. Bryan, heavy rain. Let's get a little closer to the Toledo area. Near Perrysburg and the Turnpike, you're looking at some heavy rain and lightning and thunder south toward Bowling Green at this hour, moving toward Bradner. As we look at Lenawee and Monroe counties right now, you've been hit hard all night long with this heavy rain and thunderstorms. It's lightening up just a bit for you at this hour, and as we get throughout the rest of your morning, this is what it looks like with your hour by hour. You can see by the time we're closer to 9 o'clock this morning, things start to finally dwindle down a bit. The storms still continue. You can see in your Tiffin, south of Norwalk, but again, we're getting a little bit of a break for most of us that have been just heavy rain all night long and into the early part of your morning. One last shot around noon for Tiffin, and then things are left with cloudy skies into the afternoon. Here's our clock at 7 p.m. tonight. You're seeing partly cloudy skies as we get closer to that sunset at 8:30 this evening, so maybe you've got mom some flowers for Mother's Day. She'll be able to put them outside, and you can see here we do have a little relatively clear night for us tonight, but as we get to the morning, 7 a.m. and 8 a.m., you can see heavy showers and thunderstorms are possible as to start out our Monday, even hanging with us until about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. As we get closer to the afternoon hours, though, those showers start to die down, so we could see clear skies for that practice or baseball game or all those games or track meets in the afternoon. But again, those fields will definitely be soggy. You can see the temperature right now, 65 for your Mother's Day high. Tomorrow, even warmer, 77. And taking a look at that extended forecast throughout the week ahead, mid to high 70s as we get a warm front sitting with us. All these percentages of rain. Why? We've got a stationary front that just kind of wants to hang out with us all week long. It won't let loose until we get to Wednesday, even into Thursday. And you can see the chance of rain showers.